We joined the party just south and a little bit east off of the road from Eftoki. The party have been distracted by something that has been troubling Varsha. Varsha seemed to have been locked into reliving the same fluid of memories and events. And the party had followed with confidence Varsha as Varsha had led them off the path eastward toward some pull, some slew of events, something that attracted them towards the river. An inky mist had crawled in to interrupt them as they were discussing what could be just beyond. And as soon as they noticed, it swirled up into a tall, hulking creature, pockmarked skin, green in hue, oil-slicked, with a mess of a top knot pulled back so tight that a grimace of green, sharp teeth gnash just beyond. Yellow eyes peer through dark pits where a large Oni starts to stand in flight above a river and looks down at the party and says,
"Time to dance, Varsha."
"It is now where I am going to need you all to roll initiative."
Is there a map?
There is a map. Yeah, just 1 second because I pressed the wrong button. Perfect. Classic. Always me. Here we go. There is a map. So here you see around you there is darkness that has started to creep in behind you as well as in front. There is a large hulking Oni just across the river up on a 5 foot or so cliffside as his sharp fangs and his large teeth sort of gnash in your direction as it sort of taunts. This image, this visage of a once known Tenno has been transformed into something much, much darker. So go ahead and click your tokens if you can, or if you haven't, you can use the turn order and edit that to put down your initiative, as I will do the same.
I rolled a 16.
Okay.
13
20.
here.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ty. With a 22, you are up first as this creature says,
"Time to dance, Varsha."
"What do you do?" There is a dark mist blowing through the area, wrapping around you. You could sort of feel this like an inky breeze whipping behind you and between you and the creature. It does seem like you can see between you and the creature. Around you, each emits at least a little bit of light, or you could see through some sort of darkness up ahead, or this dark fog. But during this time, during probably the distraction of this swirling up into standing hulking tall, is the flanking of this inky fog that has then darkened the area around you, almost like night.
And there is a river in front of us? Like
There is rushing water river in front of you. It doesn't look super deep. You could go across it for rough terrain. It's not going to whisk you off or anything, but you can have your movement when you are crossing it. But it is not. It'll impede your movement, but it's not going to be It's not a dangerous river, I should say.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't think I can get to it.
Feel free, of course, to move your characters around if you are in a different position. I just threw you all there, so feel free to organize yourselves and.
Oh,
I think
cool.
Anyway,
Then I'll
Varsha
be
was
here.
technically in the lead, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is fine, but I'm just weighing up my options.
Yeah,
Sorry.
take your time.
You know what? I'm just gonna fire 2 arrows.
Okay.
I think as soon as it shouts towards where we are and I start to see it coalesce and appear, I've already got the arrow knocked. And I think I'll just fire 2 arrows over being my Actually, I'll make one of these. No, I won't. I'm just gonna fire 2 arrows.
Okay.
A 19 and then a 26.
Yeah. So with 2 shots fly out as they find purchase on the creature, you see splashes of that inky mist sort of splash onto its image as it also sort of reacts in pain as you do find it does find purchase.
Am I allowed to inquire as to how the other 3? Well, I guess Varsha and Smith look. Are they moving towards the creature, or are we standing on this side of the river? And is it coming towards us? I don't mind if you don't want.
No one's moved yet. I think this is like the initial reaction is you're the first person to have this knee-jerk reaction, which was to fire your arrow. So no one's moved yet in this bullet time. You look around and you can't quite read if anybody's about to move or not.
I jump in the river and I'm running towards it then. So so I fire the first. As soon as it's moving, I've got 1 arrow knocked. I fire it. I jump into the river. I'm moving forward. I fire the second one, and then the bow is on my back, and I'm reaching for my screamer sticks, and then that's probably the end of my turn.
Okay.
I'm already running across the river, but I'm wading through the river as quickly as I can.
Okay. So yeah, you fire as you start marching off of the shore, but then splash into the water and make it about halfway across the river as the water starts to lap and crawl up your legs, and that cold feeling kind of just reminding you for a moment that it could have been a regret to jumping into cold water, but that's okay. Your adrenaline
not a
pushes
word
you
from
through
me.
it. Yeah, of course. And
However, I am a little bit annoyed that it asked Varsha to dance when I'm really good at dancing.
Exactly. Yeah, how dare.
That's why I've been doing the whole campaign, dancing around people. It's okay.
Perfect. Smith, you are next. As you see these 2 shots reach out.
All right. How does Varsha look to me?
Varsha, what is your face reading right now in a first reaction to seeing this?
Basically what I'm getting at is I'm going to spend my turn trying to figure out what Varsha is doing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's going to attack. It's very clear that she's going to engage in this.
Okay. So you see that probably in this bullet time, you can see that she's probably reaching for a sword.
Like, if you were
Or
watching her
preparing
the moment, Tenno showed himself and whatever, obviously there's, pain and sadness, but it's nearly immediately replaced with kind of a stone resolve. Tenno's a monster. I don't think this is real. So I think it's a dream.
All right. I think then I don't think I still have my long strider on. I think that's probably expired by now because it lasts an hour.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's done.
That is.
But I still am set up to move an additional 5 feet. So I can move 35. Rounded down, it would only get me to about there. Okay. If that's the case, then I'm gonna move up and stand next to Varsha. And I'm going to say, it's not anger. And I'm going to fire my caustic brew at Tenno.
Okay. I have
Which
to
is a
make
dex save.
a dex save. I failed. What is the range of the
Alright.
caustic brew? It is
It's 30 feet.
30 feet. Okay.
Yeah. So basically, I would just get, if I have to move one further, then I
You
would.
can,
But,
sure.
but I
Okay.
imagine that's still good.
Yeah. Okay. That is still good.
So I think you'd see the little hatch open up at my wrist, and this glob of nastiness shoots out and begins to soak this creature thoroughly in acidic nastiness.
Okay.
And that's going to be it for my turn.
Okay. So it sprays forward. Where is it? There it is. It sprays forward and takes 5 acid.
And at the
It has to take its
start
to-
of each of its turn,
Yeah,
takes
it has to
2d4.
take an action to try to wipe it off, right?
Yep.
Okay. Awesome. Cool. Anything else? Okay.
That's it.
All right. Jet, you are next. Oh, whoops. Yeah, no. Jet, you are next.
Okay, I am going to.
You just saw Smith spray forth a stream of acid into the air. It lances forward and then falls into the river. It does dilute as it goes down the river, which is toward Tythair, kind of goes north to south here. Actually, no, it would go the other way because so actually it's going south to north. So actually you wouldn't even be affected by this at all as you see the spray land next to you, Ty, as some of this green acid just then like oil slick on top of water. You see that pearlescent surface that sort of floats away, but you do everybody does see that this thing splashes onto the creature and he sort of reacts as it catches onto his face.
Okay. I'm going to hold my turn,
Okay.
and I'm going to hold a fairy fire for if Tenoni doesn't move on his turn, if that makes any sense. So if he stays where he is, I'll throw a fairy fire where he is.
Okay.
You know, that sounds stupid. Instead, I'll just throw a fairy fire to where he is right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I may as well.
Sure. And what do I have to do anything? Do I have to make a save?
Dexterity saving throw 14 dexterity.
I failed. So
Okay. All right, so I reach into my robe and I get out this purple-looking vial. It's a mixture of purple and you see these green wisps inside it as well. And as I pull it out, you see that my hand looks like it's shaking. But after I just throw this vial in the air, you still see that it's shaking on its own accord. My hand is pretty still. And it lands... I need to draw, I think, where this would be. But you have to forgive me because my drawing is not very good.
yeah,
So it lands a 20-foot cube,
Okay.
just so.
Okay.
So that if anyone was to come towards him, they shouldn't be affected by it. But as it lands, it scatters into a greenish purple flame and illuminates him as well in this almost this strange cell-shaded outline of him in black amongst this green shadow.
Okay, and that's only in that area?
Only in the 20-foot cube that I
Okay.
have thrown.
Okay. Okay, anything else on your turn?
I shake a bit now.
Okay. As you shake up this bottle and launch it forward, it starts, I think we start to see steam rise up from the vegetation that is nearby, and in the area, it starts, the steam starts to then gather into that space, and then it starts to condense, and as it does, snaps of green, purple flames start to lick up in that area, of course, creating and trying to find purchase on any surface it can, and at some point, Tenno, or this Oni, gets it starts to then what's the word I'm trying to say? Gets the fire tracks onto the surface of this Oni, and then he takes the effects of it. Okay, so now it is anything else on your turn, Jet?
I am still shaking.
Okay. So now the Oni's turn.
I would like to shake as an action, please.
Okay. If
I
you-
would like to shake.
Okay, if you're doing it, if you're gonna do 2 actions while shaking, that's playing with yourself. Just so we're
It's a bonus.
yeah. Oh, if it's a okay.
Yes.
All right. So we are now some Tenno's turn is with a raise of his hand or the glaive in the air. A cloud of this black fog starts, like a tendril of the ink
Counterspell.
snaps. Okay,
Please and thank you.
of course.
It sounds like he's casting darkness, though.
Mm-hmm.
But I still do it anyway.
Mm-hmm. And what is this?
If the creature is casting a spell of 3rd level or lower, its spells fails and has no effect. If it's 4th level or higher, then it has to do an ability check.
So you see these, much like ink being dropped, like dark ink being dropped into a clear liquid. You see how it like starts to spurt and drip and through the viscosity. That sort of happens here, but in a fast, as it lightnings its way through from the perimeter and the periphery of this area. That inky fog starts to snap between you and this Oni. And you do recognize this as being a darkness spell, and you're able to identify and cancel it. What does it look like when Varsha uses Counterspell for the first time?
I think Varsha's spells change based on how she's perceiving it. So right now, because it's a dream, I don't think we see anything. Because
Okay.
she thinks it's just that she has control over this space. So I think she just waves her hand, similar to what we've seen her do with the other ability she has, where she's like, no, you don't get that like weird Neo move. So I think
Okay.
she just waves her hand and it's gone.
Okay.
And I don't think she realizes that she can do that outside of this space.
Okay,
You know, like outside of a dream
So
state.
these
Yeah.
things start to then chase after each other. They sort of meet and condense for a second, and as you start to notice and identify that it's about to explode into a darkness spell, you sort of wave your hand and close your palm, much like you're like closing a chorus off from making a long note. You sort of do the same thing, and the mote of darkness doesn't ever explode. It does implode for a moment. A bubble of distortion happens as you cancel the darkness spell. The creature then goes, and then it flies into the air. It jumps into the air, and as it does, it sort of floats. His feet relaxed in the air as it then rides on this inky fog, and then starts to move in this direction. Also, I've got tooltips turned on, so by hovering over Tenno, you will be able to see what effects are on him. So he's going to go in this direction. But I don't think Fairy Fire still is on him now that he's in a different space, correct?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
It's not in
And
effect
the
anymore.
caustic brew, how does that work?
On his turn, I need to spend an action.
Correct.
I need
Or
to s-
you
or I take
he
more.
takes the damage right away.
Sorry. Okay. Okay. So I do need to take the damage right away. So go ahead and give me the 2d6.
6 damage.
Was that pencil? Okay, great. I can. Oh my god. I got it. We're fine. Okay. So
Okay.
no, you're killing my guy. All right. So this is math. Okay.
That's the episode title right there. This
is math.
math.
This is math.
Question mark? Mathematic.
Okay, mathematic. And that's going to be its turn. So he, in this, he points the glaive. That dispel happens from Varsha, and then it sort of, in frustration, glides over like a strafe over toward north. Top of the round. Oh, I'm sorry. No, it's not.
No, it's
Varsha,
okay.
it's your turn.
Okay, I will move toward him, I think.
Okay.
Um,
I do want to let you all know that he's flying 20 feet off the ground, which means he would only be here because he had to scoot. He had to move in that direction.
and is the river really deep for us?
No, you can move through it.
Okay.
It's just going to be half,
All right.
half
Okay.
movement.
Okay, then I will move here.
Okay.
And I will cast haste on Ty.
And tie. Okay.
Yeah.
And what does that look like?
I think we see a little bit of maybe what looks like
So sorry.
a strange, smaller version of the Spellwind.
Mm-hmm.
And it's accompanied by like light, indiscernible whispering, like a whispering wind, I guess. Probably reminiscent of Varsha's voice. And it will just like travel along Ty's skin. And then he feels, I don't know. I think he would just know that he can move faster and that she's done this for him. I think.
Yeah, I'm about to go plus ultra.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Cool. So yeah, a whispering happens, and as it does, it catches on to the arcane wind that goes south and towards Ty. Ty, you hear for a moment whispers that are undiscernible from Varsha as you sort of like look towards her direction. You notice that something has been cast from her as the arcane winds have caught up and given you haste. Awesome. Okay, top of the round. I'm going to do something here. Nothing weird. Everything's fine.
Are we still doing Arcana rolls? By the way,
Yes,
for
we should be.
Spellwind?
Yes,
Sorry.
Yes, we should be. Thank you for reminding me.
I don't know if you want me to do one in Jet.
Yes. For those who cast spells, let's do Arcana rolls and see what happens.
8
Thank you. Okay.
for Fairy Fire.
23.
8 and 6.
Okay. All right. So no criticals of any sort. So we're good. Everything goes as planned. Okay.
How did you get a 16 plus a 3 plus a 4? Oh, does it do it like... how does that
Proficiency.
work?
Okay.
Oh, it's doing...
Proficiency bonus plus
I thought I completely misunderstood it because I haven't had enough sleep, and I thought you had an artificer thing that gives you pluses, and that would be cool as shit to your skill checks. But no, it's just proficiency, like it's been for the entire time that the entire system has existed.
At this moment, You see Tenno still floating, or this Oni still floating over the this river about 20 feet in the air. His hand reaches back, and as it does, that inky tendril of the fog around in the periphery starts to then gather in its palm, and then it releases. A spiral of an explosion just happens above all of you for a moment, and as that does happen, you all sort of feel a sense of... There is a bit of abandonment in the Spellwind. Top of the round.
Cool.
Ty, it's your turn.
I don't mind being abandoned by the Spellwind. I don't really like it very much. So,
Literally why you're double speed, double beat right now.
yeah, magic, but Spellwind bullshit I don't like very much. I should
That's
probably say, yeah. Well, I am running all the way up to the front of this dude.
Okay. He is 20 feet in the air.
He's 20 feet in the air.
Correct. He's flying.
Okay.
It was then where Brad realized it is a different game than he thought it was going to be.
Can I run? I'm hasted, so I've got a lot more movement. Can I run?
Yes.
Is this, how high up is this? Is this anything, or is
Yeah,
it
that
just
is
the
that.
same,
There
but
there
it's
is a
land?
cliffside there, and I will give you a bonus or benefit of whatever what are you trying to get? Climb up and jump onto him, like that?
I'm literally
Jump?
doing a run through
A
the
run,
air, and then
jump,
I'm just
and-
going to hit
and
him as
attack
many
him.
times as I can.
Yeah, you can totally do that. You can use that as a vault. Yeah.
You ever see like
Sick.
UFC where they run along the fucking octagon
Yeah.
and they do like a flying
Yeah,
thing?
you could totally do that.
Then that's what I'm doing. Well,
Okay.
let's just say I expend my entire movement.
Mm-hmm. Doing that move. Awesome. Because
Which
you're
is
also
like
you're
60
hasted
feet.
too, so yeah, that's sweet.
So I just do like a. As soon as this spell hits me, maybe I'm like pulling my bow out, and then this spell hits me, and I let go of it, and then decide to run.
Mhm.
Since she said that I kind of vaguely and innately
You
understand.
drop the bow in the river.
No, I think I'm like I already kind of had it out, and then he moved, and then
Okay,
I put,
okay,
and then
okay.
I'm just kind of doing this thing where I'm
Just
jumping
making
between the
sure.
weapons, and then I give up with it, and I run out of the water, run up the wall, and try and leap off of it. I pull the Askren sticks out, and now I'm gonna see how many times I can hit him. So
Okay.
let me just figure this. You know what? I'm just gonna click it. So 1, 2.
Okay. You run up.
Fucking Christ.
Yeah, you run
Right.
up and then you are able to hit it twice. As I think he watches you for a moment as you glide, sort of interested in what you're about to do, and looks. There's a moment where the Tenoni looks impressed as you hit him.
Don't you get 3
Uh,
attacks when you're hasted?
Oh, I'm gonna hit him so many more times.
Yeah,
in
he
this, by
gets
the way.
another a turn, essentially.
I'm gonna hit him again with
Okay.
my bonus action
Hey.
because
then he
this
gets
is my
the
this is my
hasted one.
offhand attack.
Yep.
And I'm dual wielded. Then
Fuck.
I get another hasted attack, which is 2 more.
No, it's only one.
Nope, because I
Oh.
have extra attack.
Oh. Amazing.
All of my attack options are an extra 2.
I'm gonna do
Then
math again.
I'm gonna
Action
action
surge.
surge.
Holy
Hit him
shit.
2 more times.
Stop it.
28, 35.
How much damage did you just do this round?
58.
And on the last one, I'm adding a distracting strike, which adds an extra 1d8 of damage and gives the next attacker other than me advantage. There's an extra 7.
Okay.
Oh, 50.
I bet on the
Yeah.
right horse.
62.
Oh, God. Yep. No. It's 50. 55. 65.
So this is basically just
That's
the
amazing.
most like Levi Attack on Titan spinning through the air.
Mm-hmm.
It's just probably doesn't look like anything other than Ty spinning around in the air. These sticks are flying out from everywhere. striking him in different positions as I'm still falling, I think, hitting him a bunch of times. And I'm not really concentrating on how I land. You said this water isn't very deep, but
Yep.
Make
Make me a acrobatics as you fall into the water.
15.
Yeah, you splash and you go into a roll. You are completely soaked right now. You're able to stand up. The current kind of takes you off your feet for a second, but your attacks were successful.
I can't. I cannot. 65 damage without a spell.
Yeah.
I mean, like without
Yeah,
magic.
Yeah,
That's very rare,
was,
I think.
That was awesome. Okay.
Fucking nuts.
Sorry, it's just an insane amount of these strikes hitting him with all of these sticks. I land in the water. It's probably not perfect, but it's kind of like good enough. And I stumble a little bit and then bring the sticks back up above me because I'm assuming it's probably going to come for me here.
Right. Well, distracting strike, what does that do?
Distracting strike will
That's
give
exactly
the
what I
next
think it is.
attacker advantage.
Okay.
But I don't know if it's verified. No, it probably isn't.
No,
Otherwise-
it's not verified.
Nope.
So then, the next attack roll against the target by an attacker other than you has advantage, as long as the attack is before my next turn. And then, I'm done.
Okay.
But No, you know what? Actually, because I don't know, I think I mutter something under my breath. I will say, because I still don't know if this is Varsha's dream or not.
Okay. So how many attacks was that total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7 attacks.
That's awesome. Yeah. So you, for a moment, just to
6.
reiterate what happened there. 6. What happens is Ty watches this whole thing
7.
happen and then runs up the this cliffside, this cliff face right here by the river, and uses that sort of as a like a vaulted springboard, goes up and then is able to kick off the last step of this cliffside to then reach out, and as it launches and lunges, as Ty lunges toward this Oni that is flying 20 feet in the air, he starts to do this this ballet of danger and like of death as just all these blades start to then, or I'm sorry, blades, these scream sticks start to bat off of the creature as it just anime takes all that damage. Holy crap. Anything else on your turn?
No, thank you.
Okay. No, thank you for ending your turn. Smith. It is your turn.
Yeah. All right. 20 feet in the air. Okay, I think what's gonna happen then is I also have extra attack. I think what I'm gonna do is going to fire my light crossbow, and I'm gonna throw my spear. Okay. First attack is gonna be with the light crossbow,
Okay.
and this has advantage because of ties. Is that correct?
Yes, the next attack has advantage.
Yeah.
Okay. 24 for 10 piercing damage.
That hits.
And then I flip my other wrist out, and normally I can control how hard it sort of leaps out from where it is concealed and retracted. And I think I have some kind of option in my armor that allows me to just straight up launch it, like as if I threw it. And I'm going to just throw the spear. And I believe in this case, it would be strength for spear with that.
It's a throwing weapon? Yeah,
If
I
it's
think it's
thrown. Let's see. Spear thrown. Yep.
okay.
Okay. So it's going to be thrown, and I have to get within 20 feet, so I'll move closer. Probably right about there. Before I launch the spear. Okay. And I think this counts as one-handed because I'm throwing it. All right. That would be the 17.
Okay. Yeah.
Or what, minimum damage? Yeah.
Roll minimum damage.
For 2 extra piercing.
I think a dagger flies forth and sticks into the creature up above, and there is no reaction, as it may not have felt it.
Mm-hmm.
A small tickle. Anything else on your turn?
That's it.
Okay. Jet, it is your turn.
Okay. I don't know if in our rules, giving someone else a potion, is that an action or a bonus action? Just any potion.
I think giving a potion or drinking a potion to me is a bonus action. You just need to be next to them.
A bonus action.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I haven't rolled my experimental elixirs for today, but
Okay.
I did say during RP that I made them. I
Okay.
just didn't say what they
Yeah,
were,
yeah,
so roll them today. So I rolled a 2 and a 1.
Mm-hmm.
So a 2 and a 1 means that if you just give me 1 second to look for my things, please. So swiftness and healing. Okay.
Nice.
And I also used spell points to make another one of my choosing. So I am now going to... I can't move myself, by the way.
What the hell?
I think that's the wrong jet.
What the
'cause
hell?
The HP
Where
is
do you set that
46
map?
What the
instead of
heck?
69.
Probably.
Nice.
let me see. It's probably attached to the wrong sheet. That doesn't make any sense. Because the other one is archived. This is, you have 69 hit points and not 46?
Yes.
Nice.
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 Nice. Okay. And
The sheet I have open also says 69 as well.
nice. What is
Okay.
this? What's happening here?
Episode title nice.
Just ignore Myth. He's just drawing a dick on Jet.
was I just doing that? All right. It's your turn.
Okay. I still cannot move myself though.
Oh, perfect. What the fuck? Why? Could you refresh?
I shall refresh. Otherwise, you could
Oh.
move me.
Yeah, I'm not drawing dicks. That's Meyer doing that. Okay, yeah, I can move you. Where
Oh,
are you
maybe
going?
I was the one who was drawing the...
You were on the wrong tool.
Ah,
select the,
you motherfucker.
I was drawing tools instead of using the tool. I understand now. Okay.
That makes you the tool.
Okay. Apologies.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to... So you watch as a jet runs north, so 5, 10, 15, 20 feet towards Varsha. As it does, around this point, you see violets unclip and fly towards Tai. And as Violet flies, you see that the violet mixture inside turns to a blood red. And then just as Violet approaches Tai, the cork is going to open up. The fluid is going to dry out into a powder, and then spray into Tai's face like a mist, and that is going to give Tai the enhanced ability I believe it is called Bear's Strength. Or-
Yes.
Yes.
Bear's Endurance, sorry, not... Yeah, Bear's Endurance. So that's going to give Ty 2d6 temporary hit points, which they can roll themselves now, and also advantage on Constitution checks.
Seek.
Okay, so I am also here next to Varsha. So from my robe, I'm going to pull out what to Varsha looks like a very familiar looking thing that she saw this morning. It is another drink-sized flask that looks mostly clear and bubbly. I'm going to open it and give it to her and ask her to drink it and make her drink it with my bonus action. Because I
I
believe she would
accept.
likely accept it, yes.
Okay.
Yes, always.
Okay, so she's going to drink the potion.
Okay, so now you have 10 minutes of flight. And so now I'm running this way. And that's my turn.
Okay. Are you're using 1 second?
I'm sorry, did you just give me an epic anime in-flight battle?
I figured you couldn't jump like Ty.
No, I can't. Holy shit!
Because, swan gals can't jump. So I figured that, this way.
I do it, but I throw my back out.
All right, so that's awesome. Yeah, so I just need to check something, but yeah, that does happen. You are able to. What does it look like when she flies? Does she just start to float again like she did earlier?
So
Like a
it is
balloon?
less of a visual than it's a feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Because, again, you know that feeling when you drink, let's say, like soda water,
Yeah.
and you want to belch?
Super.
It's
gas.
like that in the back of your throat, but it then goes down towards her core and expands. And in doing so, she feels lighter.
Okay.
And she has that same feeling as if she could fly. All she has to do is
Okay.
will it.
Yeah. So for very familiar feeling, greets you again, Varsha, as you drink this potion, and you are able to step up into the air. All you have to do is will it. Hell yes. Okay. Anything else on your turn, Jed?
I shake a bit more.
Okay.
Did you use all of your movement? Varsha would kind of motion for you to back up a little bit, if you can.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 would be back here.
Yeah, okay.
If I can go in the tree. If not, I will go here.
Yeah,
DM.
you can. Yeah, you can go in the tree.
Okay.
Okay. Are you climbing the tree, or are you?
No, just
under the
underneath
tree?
that first branch.
Yeah. You certainly can. Okay, so Tenno's
After her.
turn. I think Tenno sort of looks and sees everything, and then he raises his hand, and then, or he raises his glaive, and for a moment he swipes downward as if he's chopping into something, and as he does, a tear in reality happens, and then he disappears. You are
Son of
left.
a bitch.
You are left in the darkness. The wind is whipping around you. There's still the presence of this dark fog, which...
Sorry to interject.
Yes. Please do.
Still more additional damage.
It is. Correct.
Additional damage.
For 8.
Additional damage. Thank you.
What are you doing? Why is this more additional damage?
Because of the,
This is
The
from
caustic brew.
the
caustic
caustic.
brew. Yeah.
Actually, I'm sorry. That was wrong. It's not a D6. It's a D4. So 2 D4.
Oh, right. It is D4.
So 3.
Okay. Yeah. So,
Additional damage.
and then you are all left for the moment here with the river. Alone. With the presence of this The presence of this fog is still near. The inky tendrils are still creeping in, but you do not know where this Oni may be. We are out of combat.
Where'd it go?
I don't know. Is the tear in reality still there?
No.
Oh, okay. So it was like he slashed it and went through and now it's gone. Okay.
Mhm.
So he didn't just fade out. He looked like he had stepped through somewhere and is gone now.
Mm-hmm.
Mechanically, he looked like he faded out. He swiped down, and as he did, he disappeared.
Okay.
Immediately, I'm going to start investigating the area.
Okay.
See if I can find any trace.
Sure.
Am I still hasted? I can probably run around a lot quicker.
Yes. Yeah.
You
For
are.
a full
I
minute,
thought-
you are.
Yeah, I'm like fucking the Flash right now. You know, when the Flash searches
Yeah.
a whole city for a bomb.
Mm-hmm.
Any sign of him?
Kind of doing it.
Make an investigation. For those who are
9.
9.
nothing.
Fuck.
I would like to listen out for that laugh, maybe, or a change in the wind. A wind pulled us here in the first place, yes?
Correct.
So, I would like to do either or, if possible.
You'd like to listen to a change in the wind?
As in to feel, you know, when I felt before
Mm-hmm.
the Spellwind pull us here,
Yes.
I would like to feel for that again.
Yes.
Or if that's not possible, I would like to maybe try and listen out for that laugh.
So I was doing something similar.
Okay.
I don't want to listen for the Spellwind. I want to summon it. Which I know sounds really weird, but it's my dream
Okay.
in my own mind. So
Okay.
if you're listening for it and trying to find it, I'm like, well, it's my dream. I don't have to find the current of the wind. I can just bring it to me. So I think I'm trying that.
With a 19.
Can I assist?
How would you assist?
Doing what I am doing, but
Yeah.
Okay.
There,
It's
it
our
kind of
realm,
goes
so-
together.
Mm.
Yeah.
right.
Okay. Sure. Yeah.
This is going to be a natural 1 though. Or 13, you know.
Oh.
Okay. So, Varsha, what does it look like when you try to call the Spellwind?
I think we see that purple electricity that she has used before that was inside the storm as well. Will just kind of dance along her skin a little bit, and then it looks like it goes into her eyes, and her eyes light up. Her irises change to that little violet, and then it fades away, and that's her trying to either bring it from somewhere else or bring it out of her, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like the spellkin maybe aren't just attuned to it. Maybe we're part it, if that makes sense.
You hear in the sounds of the breeze that is tickling your ears. And for a moment, you close your eyes. You kind of open one of them in uncertainty, and you do see for a moment that there are wisps of this purple tendril of the Spellwind trying to be present in this space.
Wow. If nobody else wants to try anything, I'm going to try to attack the smoky tendril boundary we've got around us.
If you're doing it, you're doing it. Otherwise, I'd probably do it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you make your way over toward the boundary. As you start to walk, something funny happens when you do. If you could move your token toward the boundary.
Sure. Actually, I have no idea where the fucking boundary is.
It moves with
Everything. Oh.
you. So as you go to take out your blade and start to swipe, you notice that the more you move forward, the more it chases at the same speed and adjusts as it seems like it is around you. As it's not much of a boundary. It's not keeping you from anywhere.
Just so Varsha knows, unless 10 minutes has elapsed, she can still fly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then perhaps I will do that. I imagine the boundary still follows me up there as well, but it's one of the things I tried, I think. Desperation.
Yeah, in both places. I mean, you
Yeah.
for a second or two, you just spin it around trying to chase the boundary or swipe at it. You can't quite get a reach as it adjusts to your movements as well.
Do I know what this is? The boundary?
Make me a history check.
I'm proficient in Arcana.
Okay, yeah, make me an Arcana check, disadvantage.
No. Take
Okay.
away that disadvantage.
Okay.
Doesn't
Oh
matter.
my god, what a waste.
3 9s in a row.
Okay.
Oh wow.
That's a lot of nines. Okay, so with an Arcana of 9, you've never seen this type of magic before. You do know that it is abjuration and necrotic, because that is what you surmised last time, or last week, before the fight. But as it comes to this, like, something in this style you have not seen before.
In the din, I'm going to try and walk towards Mr. Tai and offer him a potion. And I say, this isn't as potent as what made you so fast before, but perhaps take this just before we start fighting again. And I hand him this long tube with a yellow fluid that seems to be like a vortexing inside. And I say, this should make you a bit faster, or as fast as you were before. Just maybe your attacks. I just say that.
All right.
So as a
I
potion
don't
of
really
speed.
question his potions anymore. I just grab it and then kind of fall in line as well.
Wake up, Varsha.
Okay. Anyone
I
else?
think I'm still wandering around, looking for any sign of anything. I don't know really what I'm looking for, but
Yeah, you're just everyone's sort of stopped in this confusion of this darkness. Yeah, make me a perception check.
five.
Sort of lose your way for a moment, but you're able to, with the sound of the rushing water, able to find your place back next to the party.
I am just going to sit on this rock here and wait.
Okay.
I don't see him anywhere. No trace.
Do we hear this wake up Varsha? All
Yeah,
this?
you all hear the voice still,
Is it
as it's just been sort of taunting you this whole time.
psionic, or do we actually hear it? Is it in our minds or is it in the wind?
Make a perception.
Okay. Yeah, 15.
At one point, it was here. Another point, it was over here. Most
Okay.
recently, it was right here. Behind you.
Okay.
It does seem like it is. The laughter and these taunts seem to be coming from various locations around you. Of course, you look and see where it's coming from, and there is nothing. Not even
Okay.
a moving leaf.
I am going to do something stupid.
Okay, I like stupid.
The next time I hear him say anything, I'm going to throw a fairy fire flask
Yeah, I was
in
just
this
gonna say,
specific corner.
He sounds invisible.
Okay.
Maybe that's just what his invisibility spell looks like. Tearing of reality.
Anyone else doing anything?
I'll ask Jet what his plan is. What are you thinking?
We can't see him. This might help. And I just pull out the fairy fire flask. And, well, I mean, I don't. Actually, I just say I don't know.
Why have you done this, Varsha?
Done what?
And I have to make a dexterity save.
Yes, a 14.
I have advantage because I'm invisible. I rolled a 1, so
It's-
so
I
a 10,
mean,
so it's still wrong.
okay.
So
Okay,
yeah, you're able to throw a fairy fire somewhere on the map.
right. In that top left corner, where, based on the pattern of the sounds before, I just guessed.
Okay.
I throw this vibrating conical flask in the air, and it shatters.
Okay, and there he is. And then you have this. I'm sorry. As he screams, you see that same sort of energy of green, purple flames. It starts to lick up into the space. Steam starts to then appear on the surface of someone who isn't there, and then over time he's sort of looking and panicking, and then he's in full view as he's there covered in this green purple flames, as your fairy fire does seem to stick to him. We are back into initiative. Jet, you just went.
Okay.
So
Point
Well,
of
he
order,
just
how much
went,
time
didn't he?
has passed?
Oh, he just went. Yeah.
Yeah, he cast invisible.
Let's re-roll initiatives here as a new.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was pretty good because I was going.
That was the coolest invisibility spell ever. That was super neat.
Oh, thank you. That was terrifying. Okay, so
12 for me this time.
okay.
10.
Oh my god. 4.
Well, it's just you're
Always
taking,
going to be last.
You're taking your time. You're taking calculated. attack.
Which is
24.
so unlike Varsha, but
Right.
this time
Okay.
I like to think she's actually aware of the synergy of everyone this time around,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and she's paying attention to what everybody's doing.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. It's really interesting and awesome to see. Ty, it is your turn. As
How long was that interlude?
what was that?
Nom, nom, nom,
How
nom.
long was the interlude between his
That interlude
disappearance?
was 4:20. Math amount 36 seconds.
42069.
That's right. 4:20,
Did-
69 seconds.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Is
Am I
this
still
because
haste?
you're
Still have
still
haste.
covered in acid?
No.
Can I stack this potion with haste? I mean, I'm
No.
drinking it anyway.
All right, so you chug a potion
I say.
for your bonus.
It does. I'm
Yeah.
assuming nothing. I'm just doing what Jet told me to do, to be fair.
Yeah,
as much as I don't want to blow
he
the
said
potion.
drink it before the fight, right?
I trust
did.
Jet.
I
If
wasn't
he's
sure
like,
how
drink
long it was
this
going to
thing
be.
that... Yeah. One day, if he wants to, he could poison me. He's just going to be like, drink this. And I'm fine.
Drink this before the fight. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So your
So I
attack.
drink it.
So
Ah.
technically, your extra attack from haste will not drop, but I assume that the speed portion of the benefit from the potion will be prolonged for now 10 minutes.
Holy
All right.
shit.
So I'm guessing... So...
You're
But
lightning
does this
fast.
also mean that if Varsha's concentration drops, then I
You still have speed, but yeah,
would
you won't
still
have your
have the
attack.
Hmm?
speed?
That's awesome.
Mhm.
Is that an action? Bonus action?
Bonus action was for you to drink the potion.
Okay. In that case, I'm running across the water, literally across the water. I'm going to take the liberty of saying that I can run so fast that I can run on water right now.
Okay, perfect.
And yeah, I like burst past Varsha, and I've got the sticks out again, and I will continue to strike this young man with sticks. Normal attacks, no bonus strike, and then second round of attacks. 25, 19, 17, and 18.
Those
Do those all hit?
all hit.
So
Holy
22,
32. 37, 39.
39 in total. Damage. Is he fairy fire?
Yes.
Yes. So with advantage.
So actually
For all
they
his
have
attacks.
advantage.
It doesn't matter because you hit them all.
Yeah, but he could
Wow.
get a critical.
Oh, right. You can get a
Should
critical.
I roll for crits?
Uh huh.
Yeah,
So that's a
should.
25 and a 19, so it's the 25. So let's just fucking see here. So I get 2 more. So those are actually my first 2. So it's 11 and 10. No, it's 11 and 7.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Those are my first 2. So the 25 and the 19 are one attack because of the advantage,
Right.
and the 25 hits. So it's the 11,
Okay.
and then the
Okay,
second one is
I
the
see what
18.
you're doing.
So
So
it's
21.
Yeah.
Mhm.
As much as I
21.
want to fucking be a dick and take the other.
Or wait,
damage.
no, 18 total.
And so
If
this
you-
one would actually be my second set of attacks.
Oh my
you're
God.
kidding.
Just shy.
Yeah, so it's less damage, I think. But so what is that now?
32.
32 damage. Yeah,
Altogether. Altogether.
Wonderful.
lots of hits. From
Is that
sticks.
with the hasted attack as well?
So with the haste, yeah. So I get an attack. Let me think about this.
He's in the air still.
Oh, he's still in the air.
Yeah, I mean, I could also just let you do one of these. Oh, that God, that's him. You can go one of these and climb and do what you just did up this tree,
Holy
Yes.
shit.
right? Therefore, it won't.
I'm
go-
jumping off of stuff.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So that'll.
Like hell, I will happily like start to rise up in the air and let him launch off of me.
yeah. That'd be
Yeah.
sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, that would
How
be
tall
fucking
is
awesome.
the tree, by the way?
This tree is around 25 feet.
Is it taller than the Oni?
It is taller than the Oni by 5 feet. No, it's actually about like
It's
the top.
flying.
Yeah, the top of the
Yeah, okay.
canopy is probably around head height of the Oni.
Is it a big tree?
Oh, that implies that he's 5 feet. He's not 5 feet. He's way more than that.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Yeah, it's that he's taller than the tree if he's up there. The tree is, the trunk is about 5 feet wide, and it looks like it could be about 15 feet across
Okay.
in its bushy part.
Bushy.
For the sake of this being another ridiculous jump, I'll do an acrobatics check to land.
Thank
on an
you.
18, I'm assuming it's the same thing. I kind of land somewhere
one's-
near him after beating him a
Yep.
few times with the sticks. Stumble and then right myself again. And that's the end of my turn. I'm not doing any extra bullshit this turn.
Okay. Something happens.
Usually does.
I'm just looking to see what it is. Okay. This is interesting. Okay, so, up in the air as it takes this damage, it then turns and looks towards all of you, and then right behind you, Varsha, in front of you, Jet, and to your side, Smith, in this square, a whirlpool starts in the river right at your feet, right on that shore. But it's like an inverted vortex as it starts, a point of it starts to pull up into the space above you, creating this point and this swirl. And as it does, the winds start to whip and thrash you about. And I need you all, or you, anybody within 10 feet of that, so all of you, including Violet, to make a strength saving throw. As this vortex is trying to pull you towards it.
14 for Varsha.
Okay.
15.
Okay.
Okay.
And a critical failure from
For Violet. I'll say I roll for myself first. So
Okay.
I rolled a
All right,
that
so
one.
Violet makes it. Both. So Jet, you and Varsha are pulled into this space together.
Wait, I've got an inspiration. Can I give that to Jet?
I've got an inspiration from last thing as well, actually.
You
You can save yours if I can use mine.
You already rolled.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Sorry. You should declare it beforehand. I've already taken 80 damage from Ty. Okay, so so you take as you crash into one. What the hell are my dice? As you crash into one another. You take 15 bludgeoning as you both crash into each other, now covered in the river water, and are both share this. Oh, wait, never mind. You were up in the air. You still get pulled. Because you still get pulled.
Wait,
so
did we all fail, or what
no,
happened?
no, Smith,
Oh,
you are
but
fine.
I wouldn't have been within 5 feet then.
You wouldn't have been. So
Oh, okay.
you'd be fine. Jet, you are pulled into this vortex of water. You take a breath. Yeah, you take a breath. I think instinctually, but you take a breath full of water, and your lungs fill up with water, and you take 15 bludgeoning as your lungs fill up
Jesus.
with water as you're stuck in this
Not
space.
so nice.
So yeah, thank you. You are flying. Thank you for that. But yes, you are now in this space. Let me mark on the map this vortex. And now it's Tenno's turn. I will have to find a vortex in a bit. Okay. Tenno is going, if he's flying, he's going to turn and look at you, Ty, as you sort of land on the ground. Excuse me, you land on the ground in this like parkour roll, and you look up at him, and his eyes are already locked with yours, and he's like, "Save me!" As you see for a moment, his face turns back into innocent Tenno, and then back into the Oni. But for you, in your eyes, Ty, you see Tenno needing help. I need you to make a wisdom save.
14.
I'm going to use Flash of Genius here.
Okay.
So let me just double check, and it's just to make sure what Flash of Genius does for my sake.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Ty, do I also I'm going to say for flavor that I see what Ty sees. Do I see what he sees, or do I not for this because it's directed at him?
You do see, what you see is him staring at Ty. You do not see him make this move, but you do see that he is like, for a moment, he's concentrating on Ty. You can see that he's concentrating
Okay.
and his eyes are locked on Ty.
Okay. And I just say, Ty, don't make eye contact!
You look
Good
away
night.
just in time.
Oh, okay, fine. Yeah, perfect.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was your, how much is your,
It's +3 to his
+3?
save.
So yeah, you're going to be a 17. Yeah, you look away just in time as for a moment your heart flutters in, I think, sorrow for a second. And then he sort of stops and waits. And then...
Cheap trick.
Cheap trick. And then he's going to move. Here.
Sorry.
Mhm.
I will attack him. I did not hear the end of what happened. Did he was trying to attack Ty, right?
Yeah, he was trying to, he's tried to get Ty to save him, and then Jet did Flash of Genius, said don't make eye contact with him. Ty was able to look away, and then he, in a frustration, went and glided past Ty, glided past Ty, glodeth past Ty down south, and then turned around and is still
Would
floating
Ty
above.
get an attack of opportunity?
He's 20
So
feet
would
Ty's
I-
back down on the
Ty's
ground.
on the ground.
But
Okay.
I'm up in the air though, so I
You
should
are
get
up in
the
the
op
air.
attack. Yeah.
Yes, he was in this space, and then
Oh, okay.
so he wouldn't unless you have reach.
I don't. I thought he was right next to me, so sorry.
That's all right. Then he's only as big as this for.
Sorry, my cat is going insane.
That's okay. I just dropped my entire book. Okay, so whose turn is it now? Jet, it is your turn.
I think I'm
okay.
before Jet. It's just screwed up in the order.
Oh, it is. Yeah, thank you. Smith, you're up.
Sorry.
Okay.
Is this cliff over here? How high up is it? And what's the distance between the cliff and the Oni?
Which cliff?
I'm
That
playing
one.
with
Okay.
the-
That one is about. That one's about 5 feet.
Okay.
So there's about a 15-foot distance.
All right. I don't think it's safe for me to make that jump with this back. All right. If that's the case, then I think what I'm going to do is... I think we had some good luck before with the caustic brew.
Yeah?
I think I'm going to go ahead and launch some more caustic brew at this thing. I hate using it personally, but I don't have much of a choice at the moment. Gonna fire the caustic brew at this 10-0 creature.
I've got to make a
Dex
dexterity
save.
saving throw.
Yeah.
All of my pages of my monster manual just ripped out. So that's super cool. All right.
Oh no.
Yeah. I need to make a saving throw. What's your difficulty?
15.
15. He does not make it. So he takes
3 acid damage.
3 acid. Okay. And I will just make a mental note of that because I've lost my pencil again. I found it. All right. Great. Anything else on your turn, Smith?
Nope, that'll be it.
Okay. Jet, it is now your turn.
Okay. I am going to make Violet fly towards that tree just so that they're out of harm's way because that was close. And then I am just going to turn to this creature and shoot my crossbow at it, I guess.
Hold on.
But I miss.
You could restrain from the whirlwind. Or I'm sorry, you can escape from the whirlwind.
Oh, am I still stuck in the whirlwind?
Yeah, you're still stuck in this whirlwind as this.
Okay.
As you're sort of spinning slowly in space in this space, about 5 feet off of the ground, as this spire of like an inverted vortex is twirling you. You'd have to make a strength save.
Okay. I'm going to then, in that case, give me 1 secondo. Right. I am going to use the strength save to try and remove myself from this tumble dryer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So strength save.
Strength.
Okay.
Okay.
18.
You are able to, but it spends your turn doing that. So,
Okay.
or your action. So you can move or do a bonus.
Okay. In that case, I am going to go ahead and just move out of the water.
Okay.
A good 10 feet. So I want to go. I'm drawing again because that's kind of jet, and I'm going to go here.
Okay. Varsha.
And that's my turn.
I will fly directly to him and attack him. I will actually go here as well. Around the side. And I will do the booming blade.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
And it now also does an immediate damage now finally as well. Because I'm finally level 5.
Yeah. I have to... Okay, so you rolled the 25. Yeah, that hits. You're able to. Awesome. For 10 thunder. Hell yes.
That doesn't happen yet. That's if he moves, right?
You said I thought it did immediate damage. Oh, you're doing the
No,
D8 right now.
He takes 1 hit point immediate damage.
Okay.
But the 10 he'll take when he moves.
Okay.
But I still need to actually do the attack. So it's 12 slashing damage as well.
Finish the weapon using this casting make. I think that isn't that the attack?
No, so
you're making the melee attack. It's just bound onto the melee attack.
Right, but I still do melee damage.
Yes, got it. So you're just adding. Got it. Okay.
Mm-hmm. The thunder damage doesn't happen until he moves.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so he takes 12. Yeah.
Okay.
12 slashing damage, and then yeah.
Yeah, as you float over. What does this look like as you float over and do this?
So she moved around behind him because she doesn't want to look at his face.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she will strike from the side, and she kind of twists her arm up. It's like a weird, it's almost like she's learning from watching Ty, the way he would like dance around when he was fighting. So instead of just a straightforward strike, she now kind of spins a little bit and becomes like an underhand slice along his ribs, I guess.
Okay, as you slice in for 12 damage. I lose everything. So many books. Okay, awesome. Anything else on your turn? Bonus action or anything?
Not right now, no.
Okay. Ty, your turn.
So this time I am just going to fire a few arrows off. It no longer has fairy fire, right?
No.
Oh, right, because it moved.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think from here I just start firing off arrows. Yeah, you know what? That's all.
Okay.
I'll fire 4. Am I still hasted?
You are, yeah.
Then I fire 4. A 13, a 21, a 17, and a 20. I'm guessing the 13 misses.
13 misses.
So that is 27. I'm also going to make the last one a distracting strike. So the next person to attack will have advantage, but I also get an extra d8 of damage, which is a full 8. So what did I say the damage was?
27.
28?
You said it was 27?
27, so 35 damage. And this is just a bunch of arrows that fly from underneath this tree towards this creature. I guess I sort of feint one way maybe to make it draw his attention as I like stand still for 3, and on the third one I look as if I'm going to move towards him, but I feint and then fire another one to try and draw his attention just a little over towards me to create the distraction for the distracting strike. But I don't actually move. I'll stay where I am.
Okay.
By this tree right now. And that is the end of my turn.
All right. Top of the round. Okay.
Point of order, Ty.
Yes.
You have to remove your the HP that I gave you before. It went away when I threw that new fairy fire.
Okay. Does everything? What else did I get? Advantage on con checks as well, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Varsha,
Yes.
can you pick 3 people? Well, that's easy. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
The party.
Yep,
not
the
me.
party. Yep, all right, great.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't Brother Sykes here somewhere?
I don't think so. I imagine that he just didn't make it through the darkness because I
Yeah.
didn't see a token for him.
Yep, that's it. That's it.
He's hanging out with Butters.
Otherwise, I think he would have been like attacking or doing something, right?
Mm-hmm. And here I am prepping for a cool fight and completely forgetting. I mean, yes, that's what happened. So Varsha, for a moment, darkness envelops the surrounding area. You are left alone. You are left in
The fuck is that?
You're in this dark space. You hear but in this miasma of this inky fog, you start to see these plumes of fog start to pick up a texture, a moving texture of stone, and chipped hand-hewn grout as it starts to climb and then solidify into the image and the stone halls of a place you have been to recently, Stormford. And as you're making your way through, you are marching with several other sworn. You have, once again, your cuirass of sworn. You have your shield and a cloak over one shoulder. As you make your way through, this is, of course, through the eyes of Varsha. Your hands are clasped to the binds of a spellkin in front of you. A spellkin you have recognized once before that you have had to take in to earn rest. You look to your left. You see Smith there as well. As you are both marching down a dark hallway, presumably for the same goal. Smith also has a prisoner in front as well. As you are marching, there are 2 or 3 other prisoners ahead of you. Both of you are holding on to the most rambunctious of the 5. Some turn back and look toward you in fright. Some turn back toward you in resistance. But some piles of melted candles and wicks lit up start to then fill the space with that amber dim light. As you are marching your way through, the candles flicker as your boots clang right past them. You have had this memory before. This does seem like something familiar, but something's not quite right here. You turn and look back, and there are 2 others that are following you, both Ty and Jet. This is a memory you've not had before.
Are they also dressed like sworn?
They are not.
And are they captive?
You tell me.
Yes.
There are 2 captives behind you. Somehow
Be moving. Don't drag your feet.
Do Ty and Jet look like they recognize me? Like if I look at them, is there that sense of recognition?
I'll leave that up to you. This is your memory. Or was it?
That's tough. I don't know if they do.
Okay. For a moment, though, as you are coming into, and as Varsha is trying to piece together if this is actually her memory or if this is a dream, and if it is like a dream, then that means she has control of it. So for a second, as you are thinking about it, they both look at you for a moment of realization, and then their faces fall and sink into defeat as they continue marching. You continue marching forward, and I think at some point there is a jostle between some of the prisoners in front. I need Smith and Varsha to make an insight check. So
7 and a 6.
They run into each other for a moment, and they turn. There's 5 of them. They turn and lash out. They push you away, Varsha, and they go and strike. 2 of them go to strike you, Varsha. You are able to move out of the way, and as they do, their attacks seem to strike out toward your prisoners behind you.
I wouldn't move out of the way. This is a spellkin attacking me, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I wouldn't move out of the way.
Make me an Arcana check.
Especially if there's a chance that it might strike the people who cannot defend themselves behind me.
Mm-hmm.
19.
All right. As you do for a moment, there is like this this tracing of like this image tracing as you and then like there's a delay as you sort of correct yourself and you stand forward, and I think you say no, and you stand in front as these two attacks hit you, and one also hits or attempts to hit Smith. So you will be taking okay. So Smith does a 13, I assume, misses you.
No,
13 hits you.
that does not hit me.
Does not hit you. Okay. 16, Varsha.
I don't think so anymore. No, it doesn't hit me.
Wow. And a 15. Okay. So I think for a moment, both these attacks, there is the faces of these prisoners as they turn and lash out at you are dark eyes, pits for eyes, and there's that grimace that of the Oni once again that attacks. And as they do, things split, and you are back in combat here with the Oni at top of the round.
I think I technically get a reaction.
Okay.
I don't know because I don't know what's real. So you let me know. But if that was actually the Oni and she saw the face change, I would have used the if somebody standing within 5 feet of you is attacked, you get to then attack the person who did it. So if Smith got attacked, Varsha would have just lashed out at the Oni.
Also,
But I don't know if it's real or not.
the acid's still there.
The axe is not. It is not his turn. This is a different.
Yeah.
But it will. That will play effect here. So you can make your reaction
Okay.
to attack. No. Yeah. Like I said. Yeah. It wasn't him that did it.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah, it's sort of-
wondering. Yeah,
yeah.
because it feels like a dream, so I don't know if it was even real. Okay.
Yeah. Technically, it was a layer action. So I mean.
Yeah. Okay.
So it wouldn't be him. It's the layer. So.
Yeah. Okay.
You.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah. So now it's his turn. So, I would have to take damage.
Oh, minimum damage, too.
Perfect.
Minimum damage.
Which is now my new favorite thing. Okay. Varsha, you are here. He's going to strike you. Yeah, he's going to attack you with his glaive.
Okay. Ooh.
Yeah, so this glaive that you've seen, he's risen up before and sliced through reality, which has then created tear within this dream state. He's going to then use this shadow of a glaive to see if he can cut the reality of you. 25?
Hold on. Yeah, that'll hit me.
Okay. And the other one misses with a 4. Okay. So... that's a D20. What the hell am I doing? For 11 necrotic damage as the blade cuts into you. I think for moments, tendrils of this inky smoke sort of erupt from the wound, but just for a second as you take the 11 necrotic.
Okay.
It is then... going to stay where it is. It would be so silly to move. Yep, it's and it's going to take the 2 damage, which I already have. That's its turn. Smith, you are up.
I think I am going to fire my crossbow. Let me just check on something, actually. Because I'm pretty sure I have to reload it. With a bonus action. Light crossbow, yeah, loading. Okay. Yeah. Yep, I'm just gonna fire my crossbow.
Okay.
$14.
A 14 misses as
you have advantage still.
Oh.
Because my distracting strike was before this thing.
Nice.
Also, doesn't loading just mean that you can only fire it once?
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to reload it with a bonus action.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, basically, yes.
You can only fire it one per thing.
Correct. No luck.
Okay.
Not today.
Yeah, it just ducked and into a thrust toward Varsha and stinging into Varsha. And as it does, I think it a crossbow bolt goes right over its head as it creates this. Anything else on your turn? Okay.
I don't think so, no.
Okay. Jet, it is now your turn. You are next.
Okay, I am. Is anybody hurt right now?
I don't think so.
At all? No. So in that case, I'm going to.
Varsha's holding her hand up.
All right, you did just get hurt again.
I just gonna take a shit ton of damage.
Hey, I just remembered that. Not
And
until
I
now.
think you are too, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Me?
No, Jet is
I'm
hurt from the whirlpool, aren't you?
lightly.
Okay, all right. I
One
think
of
Varsha
his
looks
lungs
fine.
is gently exploded.
Right. Just gently. I'm going to reach into my pocket and pull out this. Okay, it looks like a nicotine patch, and I'm going to slap it onto the side of Ty's neck, and this red nicotine patch is going to dissolve into his skin, and he's going to get Bear's endurance again, so he can reroll his temporary hit points, and get advantage on con checks again.
This is incredible.
Right? Okay,
Probably
kill
the
it.
best thing that's happened to me.
Okay. Anything else, Jet?
I don't do anything else, no.
Okay, Varsha.
I'm gonna use a spell now. C16.
All right, using Varsha's Pain, which is that psychic lash that you used
That's
a couple
right.
of times before. I
Yep.
missed. Wow. I'm rolling horribly.
So am I. It does 9 damage. Oof. But more importantly, it cannot take a reaction until the end of its next turn. And on its next turn, it chooses whether it gets to move, an action, or a bonus action. Only one.
Okay. I think as you cast this, there is this confusion on its face as you are able to lance this psychic bolt forward. What does this look like again?
Again, a lot of hers doesn't really have visual, but she does lash out with this attack specifically. So I think she maybe lunges as if she's got a blade in her hand,
Okay.
but there isn't one.
I think Tenno has seen this before. Tenno in this state,
I'm
and
pretty sure he is the one that taught her this.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You see, there's a look of satisfaction, and then there's quickly followed by a look of dread as it knows what you are doing. As you are able to then launch your Varsha's pain upon it. Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, I can use my bonus action to make an offhand attack, right? Or is that only if you take an attack action, I think? Pretty sure that's only if you take the attack action. Whack, Brad?
Oh, it's for. Are you using like you're unarmed to do that?
That's what it needs to
You
be, a
have a
light
shield?
weapon.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I
And you
wonder,
need to
could
not
I
have
hit him
a-
with my shield?
No.
Then no, I'm good.
Okay. Ty, it is your turn. Anything on your turn?
I think I will repeat what I did last time.
Sure.
So a bunch of arrows come launching out of the tree line. 15, 24, 23, 17.
You are keeping track of your arrows, I hope. You've lost, 10 so far?
That's a good point. I do have an extra arrow, but I will work it out.
Okay.
15,
15,
so
24, 23, 17. 15 does not hit.
okay, so 30 damage in total.
Zoom. Okay. So a volley of arrows launch from the tree line as and it looks its face snaps back over at you, Tenno, grimacing in a hateful manner. I can't believe all this damage. All right, anything else?
That is it for me on that one.
Okay.
I think I will conserve some superiority die just in case.
The top of the round happens. The Oni's left hand puts it in the air again. There's a distortion pulse as you all feel.
Can I counterspell this now that I've seen him do magic this way twice before?
You cannot.
Okay.
This is a layer action.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's not labeled as a spell. It's just what happens. So,
Okay. Cutscene.
Yeah, cutscene. So yeah, and as you feel this distortion again, and now it's his turn, and he can't attack. He can only move or bonus action.
He can move, attack, or bonus action, but only one. He only gets one attack also if he's got a double attack. Let me just double check that. Yeah, it only gets one of the three. And it can't take a reaction until the end of
So I
this
could
turn.
attack.
Yeah, you
It's
can
just-
attack.
So I just can't do my.
Just
I just
the
don't have
one.
my. I just don't have
Yeah.
my full. Okay.
That's right.
Hmm. I think I'll look something up here. Okay. So, now with that distortive hand in the air, he reaches back and he is going to then, there is a swirl of dark energy from this fog nearby, and then it starts to crystallize.
Now
and
I can
pressure.
counterspell.
Now you can most certainly try. What is the, could you spam
Okay.
counterspell just so I can read
Yeah.
and see what it can do here? Counterspell. You attempt to interrupt a creature in the process of casting a spell. The creature is casting a spell of 3rd level or lower. The spell fails. Let's see what level this spell is. You reach out with your hand to stop it, but this is not a spell you can identify, as
Okay.
this spell erupts into like that crystalline, like that inky fog that has been accompanying this creature this whole time, spirals
So it
out
still
from
has
it.
to make a check, though.
Mm.
It was still
If
what?
it's above 3, it still makes a check to see if it succeeds.
Yeah. The
So
DC,
the DC is 10 plus your spell's level.
DC is 10 plus.
The spell's level.
it's actually, I think you make the check, PB.
That would make sense because then I would be attacking myself.
Yeah.
And if I
Yeah,
have
okay,
a
that makes
higher
sense.
spell, then it would be harder for me. So yeah, make
So it's your spell casting ability.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm. So as you go, if you've never seen this before, you do see this swirl of whirlwind or a whirlpool of all this, and this ink sprays forward and then starts to crystallize, as you all feel a very chilling cone of cold spray forward.
By tie.
And there's a 60 foot cone.
And the spell's level, I think, is level 4, so I think
5.
that's a fail. Yeah.
So Smith, Ty, and Jet, you...
Con save
is it
for
con
cold?
save?
Oh, it could be a con save. Yeah. Let me see.
Please.
Yeah, I think it's a con save for cone of cold.
Let me see where the hell is this?
If
cone
it
of
is
cold?
Jet, probably just saved my life.
Yeah, it's a con save. Thank you.
Woo!
I'm gonna use my inspiration on this one.
Yeah, it's super fair.
22, baby. And it would have been
Nice.
an 11 if it was not for Jet, which probably would have failed. I don't know, but my God, I would have died. Probably.
16.
We'll find out.
Okay.
25. I'm
And-
gonna add a flash of genius to Jets,
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
so that turns it into a 20.
Yeah.
What do you do? What is your flash?
I think.
Bundle up.
I think it's. I think I imagine looking towards Jet, and normally when I cast heat metal, I point 2 fingers towards metal, but I don't have that set up properly on my armor. So I imagine Smith doesn't really have words of inspiration for people or anything along those lines. So I just set a malfunctioning heat metal towards you, and it's just it blocks some of the cold.
Okay.
Okay.
And so I grab my hood and I punch over.
And it's half damage, I think, on a success. Does
So
Ty
it's-
still have
Yeah, I'm just seeing what the
his
full
special
damage is.
bullshit to get out of that?
Not till next level. The next level, I will have some small survivability against saving throws. Until then, saving throws are my Achilles heel.
You take half of this.
Holy fuck.
Yeah,
8d8 as cold.
18.
Yep,
So
you take
for the-
18
for the-
as this inky negative energy fills the space where you 3 are. And you take 18 cold, or whatever it is. 18
Yeah, cold.
Cone damage.
cone damage.
Okay.
That's it.
Do you want the fun stats there? 36 HP is the amount of HP I have at maximum. But I have the temporary hit points and the advantage because of the bear's endurance from Jet. So, literally, that
Saved
saved
his
me
life.
because I would have failed and it would have
Uh-huh.
reduced me to 0.
Uh-huh.
Like a flat 0.
Uh-huh.
Right.
It is fun. Okay.
Good
And that's
save,
why I
Jack.
just drink whatever he hands me and
Yeah,
stuff. Or he
because
gives
I
me
just-
nicotine patches
Saves your
and stuff.
life.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's happened so many times.
And that's what he's going to do on his turn. I can't do anything else. Sick. Smith, you are up.
I am. He's still up in the air, and that negates all the cool shit that I can do.
Last time I let Brad do something cool with a cliff to open the fun.
I am going to... Gonna click a button on my wrist, and out of the palm of my gauntlets, you see space open up. And I'm gonna use a magic missile at level 2. So that's gonna be 4 darts that this Oni cannot dodge.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh,
Wow.
17 damage.
That is good damage. And so? We're good. All right. Oh my God, it is not looking great. Okay. As
That's good to hear.
yeah, as so from a gauntlet, these like seeker missiles fly out of your suit, Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah, these arcane missiles.
Probably like a little bit of lightning that's connecting them. They almost
Yeah.
are like ball bearings that shoot
Yeah,
out.
like a bola, but of lightning between them, and that's sweet. All right, awesome. Jet, it is your turn unless Smith has anything else.
Okay.
Sorry, let me just check one thing here.
Checking my bullshit. Checking my bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, excuse me.
Nope.
Make a make
Arcane
me
check.
a
Arcane check.
wisdom save on your turn because of my
Me?
layer action. Yep.
All right. Do you want Arcana as well from me, by the way?
I will in a second. Actually,
Okay.
yeah. Give me an Arcana and a.
Arcana
a-
first, or...
Give me the wisdom first.
Okay.
And I'll tell you what happens.
Flash of genius on myself.
Okay. All right. As you
I think, yeah, as something is happening to me.
you can feel there
I'm-
is something different in the air. That negative space again. Is
Yeah.
that negative, like that abandonment of the Spellwind. So as you're able to cast this, you feel this, and what do you do in response?
I think I say, stay on mission. Stay on mission.
Okay.
And I just repeat it like a mantra and over to
Yeah.
myself.
You like look down your gauntlet and make those that Arcana check. Okay.
Yeah.
As they- the turn continues as it played out. Awesome. Okay, thank you. Jet, it is your turn.
Okay, I am going to, because Ty is there again, I'm going to pull out
Keep buffing
another
Ty.
patch that looks like a nicotine patch, but this time around it's tinted green.
Okay.
And I'm going to slap it in the same place I did the other one.
Oh my
And it's
God.
going to then just kind of like, again, dissolve into him for a cure
Sterility.
wounds.
Yeah, he's gonna be Bane. Okay.
A cure wounds on Ty
Okay, cure wounds.
for 7 points of healing.
Nice. Roll me
And for my bonus
Arcana?
action, roll Arcana, okay.
actually, make me a
Uh,
wisdom save and then an Arcana.
A wisdom save and an Arcana. Okay, so wisdom save is this, 17. And then Arcana is a 9.
All right.
Okay. So
Nothing
then I
weird
use,
happens.
for my bonus, Violet is going to fly towards the Oni. And then Violet's going to start to shake a lot. And you see this purple fluid inside Violet start to, start to get more fizzy. And you can hear the cork start to strain as
Terrified of
Violet
being there. Yep.
points towards the Oni, and then the cork just goes and bonks the Oni in the head for no damage.
Okay.
But Violet is aiding Varsha, so Varsha's next attack is going to have advantage. As I've used my bonus action to make my homunculus do aid
Okay.
for Varsha.
Casting aid?
So
Or
yes,
doing the aid the spell?
no,
okay.
doing the aid action.
Action.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So
Anything else?
Violet's being an annoying prick,
Mhm.
and now Varsha has advantage on her next attack. And then
Okay.
Violet is now going to fly around behind Varsha,
Yeah.
but not far enough away to incur an opportunity attack.
Of course. Because that would be hilarious. Varsha, your turn then.
I should use your advantage on not this, but chaos. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna do that chaotic bolt spell,
Okay.
level 2, and hope that
I have
it
a
works out.
wisdom save.
no, it's a ranged attack. So hold on, let me go do it.
It's a disadvantage if you're in melee.
I don't think so because I have Warcaster.
Violet will
allows-
give her advantage on something, I guess.
Oh yeah, Violet would even that out.
Yeah.
Give me a wisdom save.
But hold on, just 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Wisdom save. Yes. Sorry, I was just checking Warcaster to see if it gave me
Perfectly fine. And your Arcana check, because you're casting a spell.
Okay.
Okay. Well, that was your Chaos Bolt. But the Arcana check.
Sorry, yeah,
It's
it
okay.
was
Oh wait, doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. You're. Never mind. You're good. That crit.
Whoa! I've been waiting for something cool to happen with this chaotic fucking bolt the whole
All right. Okay.
time.
Okay. All right. I will take. I will give you the Arcana because I was gonna be like, oh, we'll just use the Chaotic Bolts thing, but no, you roll a 20, and it's too fucking cool. Okay. So.
Did I roll the same thing as well?
What do you mean?
Did I roll the same number? Because the chaotic bolt is like so random. It's like if you choose one of the d8s, the number rolled determines the attack damage type. However, if you roll the same number, like double fours or something,
Oh, right. Something happens, right?
yeah, the energy leaps from the target to a different creature of your choice. Well, who cares? But
Yeah.
like that's so cool.
That is sick. All right. So that is awesome.
Mhm.
Okay. So tell me what happens here. I mean,
It also takes
fuck ton of damage, right?
4. Oh my god, I rolled. That sucks.
I'm counting this as a crit because
19.
It would have been.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's 19 without whatever
damage?
you're doing. Yeah, it's 19 damage for just the spell. So if it's critical and you're doubling it, then you can do that math-a-roonies.
Well, you
But
roll
that's awesome.
another
Oh, we're doubling the
You want me
dice.
2d6. Yeah, you roll another 2d8 and 2d6.
We double dice here in Spellwind. Otherwise, Brad would be
All
dead.
right.
I mean, Ty would be dead.
Yep, okay. Sorry, roll another
That's all right.
2d8.
2d8 plus 2d6.
No, because wouldn't it be... Oh,
What's
yeah,
that-
okay. Oh,
What's
Jesus
that
Christ.
last d6 there, right?
Yep. Oh, my God.
So 15 plus 19, so 34.
Yes! Finally, baby girl! Does tie damage.
Yeah. So tell me.
No. Really?
Tell me what this looks like as your
Okay,
Chaos
I
Bolt
thought you were like,
destroys
yes!
the Visage of Oni.
Oh my god! What damage did we do? Is
I
it
don't know.
force damage?
Yes, you did force damage.
Holy shit. Yeah, I don't know if this is real or not, but if it's not real, I just wake up. That's how it ends.
If it's not
There
real,
is
you
no
just wake up?
finish. What?
You said if it's not real, you just wake up.
Yeah. Like, there is no finishing blow. I just decide to wake up.
Could you explain what
And-
happened?
Yes.
because this is real.
Oh shit. Okay. Holy shit.
I think you expect to wake up before
yeah,
this
and
attack, and then you don't,
yeah.
and you're trying to wake up, and then you make this last attack.
Okay, I love that. Okay, so this whole time I've been thinking everything's a dream because anytime I try to do something and I'm like, well, it's a dream, I can do this thing, I've been able to do it. So I think there is a solid moment where Varsha realizes I tried to do something, but it's not working, and then goes, wait, all of the things that I've done so far, I only did because I thought I was dreaming and I thought I was in control and I can actually do those things. No way. And then she just is like, well, I'm just going to tear you apart from the inside. And it works. Like, he just like, because it's force damage, right? I think it just, I think he explodes like a...
Shreds of shadow tear as this chaos bolt erupts from Varsha's fingertips. Your sword?
Sword.
Yeah, your
that's
sword.
Fucking Final Fantasy is fuck. Yeah.
As this blast of force damage comes forward and rips the shadow of this Oni as Tenno and you float back down to the ground for a moment. The area around you then fades back into light as the Spellwind blows through and takes the fog with it. As it's now lit back where you are, there's still the river flowing next to you. You're out of combat, and your friends are there with you, exhausted from combat, adrenaline pumping, but you have yet to wake up.
I think I just dropped my blade and fall to my knees because I think I just killed Tenno, and the whole time I thought it was a dream. And I'm just looking at my hands.
Going to walk up to Varsha.
Okay.
Slowly. I didn't want you to have to do that, Varsha.
Me either. Tell me. Is there any hope for us?
You
Are
tell
we
me.
savable?
You tell me, Varsha.
We have to be.
I'm gonna put out my hand.
I take it. I let him help me up. when I said that you were my anger, I thought I was dreaming.
Doesn't matter. I'm gonna start walking off. And just call back behind me. We need to get back to Avtoki. I start walking away.
I walk towards the shore and just in the running current, just rinse out my spent vials, and after set them aside and wait until the party is ready under the shade of the tree.
Is there anything around that is physical left behind around the area where Tenno was? The thing that was not Tenno?
Make an investigation.
Hey.
It's not that hard, though. You notice, I think, as the tearing of this shadow happened, you do see a pile or clothes sort of fall, and the clothes that do fall are Tenno's. His quilted robe and the green ribbon that he would have in his tied up in his hair is now piled at the ground as well. If you wish to search, let me know.
Nope, I'll take the ribbon.
For what it is worth, I am still in the area. Would I have noticed Ty looking for that? And in so doing,
Yeah, I think you all would have seen.
have been able to help him with his investigation.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
Oh, all I want is the ribbon, Eldo. I take it up,
What are you doing?
coil it while she's saying that. I walk over to you and I take your hand and put it into it.
In the background, Jet, what are you doing?
I'm just by the tree. Just waiting.
Okay.
I see Smith is kind of his back is slowly diminishing in the,
Mm-hmm.
in the background there. We have to catch up with him. There are basilisks in this swamp still.
Yeah. Hey. It hit Varsha, softly on the arm. Don't be so egotistical, Neva. You didn't kill Tenno. Tenno's one of us, one of the Entente. We've been dead since we were born. Whoever the fuck that wasn't Tenno anyway. Tenno is Trey, his son, his wife, Nora, his younger boy, Adelard. Right? Still more to fight. Alright, coming in.
I clutch the ribbon in my fist and pick up my sword and walk with him.
Okay.
Did you say his cloak fell as well?
Mm-hmm.
Is it tattered and ruined?
No.
Okay, then I will, because I gave up my sworn cloak, so I will take Tenno's instead. Is it his specifically, or is it Entente? Which I just am curious.
It's his specifically.
Okay, then yeah, I pick it up and I put it on around me and I walk with him.
Okay.
Before we leave, I may as well. I pull out my one of my flasks, the crystal one that looks like it's made of a leaded glass, and I just rub my finger around the edge using the last, or is it the first, use of detect magic this cycle.
Hard to say. But as you do, several things start to light up. Within one of the pockets of this cloak is a focused strand. Could be like a wand, and also the cloak itself.
I let Varsha know. That cloak has properties, and there's something inside it too, it seems. Anyway,
You know what?
No, we'll find out later.
Okay.
But for now, I wouldn't wear the cloak just yet until we know what it does. Unless she's put it on already. But
She did put it on, but
okay.
like
Need
if
to
it had
attune to
been
these
any,
things.
if it had been anybody else, she probably just would have kept walking and left it on. But because you were
Right.
like, you shouldn't do this, I think she'll hesitate.
Just in case. We don't know exactly how Tenno became like that. But anyway,
Okay.
keep it for now and the thing inside, and I guess we can go.
And I continue walking.
Okay.
As you make your way toward the west, back onto the trail, out from a tree comes Brother Sykes. Oh, very well done, he says to the group of you. As
Yeah, keep up.
yes, very well. And he continues with you all back toward Aftoki. It's at this time we watch a series of events. Time passes, and as it does, you have made your way back to Aftoki. There is a brief scene with you all relaying the information about the matriarch. There is surprise in the people of Aftoki's face, and as they start again another celebration, but not long as they begin to start packing their first caravan south. I guess we jump forward to that celebration as you begin to start planning your next trek and where that may be. I do know that you were talking about heading toward the Flayrus Academy, right? And then you wanted to go to Pendulum first, correct? That's still
Well, I mean, I guess we got to talk about that.
okay.
I don't think I would have come out for the celebration. I would have just relayed the information. And I imagine that I would probably just be, probably take some food or something. And I don't know if they gave us any quarters or anything to sleep here in town, or
They
if
gave you
we're
quarters.
back on the boat.
Yeah, it's really up to you. They do have some space for you. It's really if you want to sleep in the back of a boat or if you want to sleep under some rubble. It's really that's the choice you get. Or does Smith just go and create his own hammock along the way somewhere? I could also see him being like, both those options suck. I'm going to go have my own house or my own little hammock. But what has been provided is either the ship quarters or some rubble.
Yeah, I imagine I would have probably just set up a hammock then.
Brother Sykes makes...
And,
go ahead.
Yeah, I If anybody saw me, they'd
I'll continue.
see me with a book in my hand. I write another name down. Close the book. And just drift off to sleep.
Meanwhile, there's music, just a low rumble of celebration just through the woods, south towards Eftoki, from where Smith is laying his head to rest. What are you all doing during this time? Are you at the celebration? Are you off somewhere doing something else?
Where is
I'll-
Lorcan?
Yeah. I'm
Great
wondering that
question.
myself. Yeah.
I will go look for that dice. You spend a good while looking for him, but he isn't anywhere to be seen.
Okay. Do we have access to a pen and paper or ink or something?
Yeah, that's easy.
Then I am probably sitting there with a piece of parchment rolled, unrolled, and I'm
Mhm.
writing a letter to him that says, "You take the ship. Do with your game pieces as you wish. I'm going to work another way. Keep running at the God King with your swords and keep striking those swords against his shields. One day, when my work is done, their shield arm will falter and you'll have your victory. We will have freedom for the spine." And then I'll probably just write, "Thank you, Uncle, for your training. You may not think so, but you've taught me well." And then I will... Then I'll roll it up, seal it, if I can find some wax. Doesn't really matter too much. If not, I'll tie it with a string or something. And then I'll leave that with someone, Buttocks or someone, to give to him. And then I'll head off and try and find the other three.
Buttocks.
By now, I assume Smith is
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Buttocks walks over and he's like,
Sure, yeah, mate. I'll do what I can. Get it for him.
and he walks off toward the.
I would tell Buttocks our plan vaguely.
Yeah.
I'd say we're going to Pendulum. All right.
Right, pendulum.
If you need me for something,
What's in
we're going to
pendulum?
scout it out. Maybe a new base.
It's on the other side of the spine. I don't know how I want to get down, but
Right, that's why we're going ahead. We're going to look at it.
right.
You just do whatever the fuck Lorcan says, like fucking normal.
Yeah, all right. Well, yeah, fine. And
He holds the parchment up and
make sure he gets it.
he makes his way into the captain's quarters. And you see, I think through the fogged glass or the fogged window, Captain Buttocks waddles over toward the desk and just places it there, and then sort of makes his way back to where you are, and I think, or like turns his back in there and then fiddles with something else that's inside the captain's quarters. But you do see that is on the desk with your seal or the ribbon or whatever you have holding it. But
He'd turn around and I'd be gone then.
okay, yeah.
I do Batman exits a lot, I think.
Oh, and Tar.
Uh,
Shit.
Okay. Yes, we have
then
that.
I'm strutting up to Varsha and Jet.
Okay.
Right, we're going to Pendulum then, yeah?
Yeah, I think so. And I think.
Just before we set off, there's something that I wanted to do, or try and do.
Yeah.
So when we set out to kill the basilisk, we leveled up, and I learned things came to my mind that I hadn't previously been able to do.
Mm-hmm.
When we first were learning about the basilisk, we saw in that chamber room people in various stages of petrification. Now, I know typically speaking, when a basilisk, out of character now, petrifies someone, it's all or nothing. But there were many people in that hall that were in various stages of petrification, as if maybe perhaps it was a lesser form of the disease or the affliction, including the leader of the
Oh
Aftoki
my
people.
God.
So I've learned how to make lesser restoration. So I would like to approach this chieftain and offer to try.
Of course. Are you approaching?
Can I go with you? Can I be
Sure.
with you for this?
Okay.
Are you heading towards Gormatug Iron Scream, or are you heading toward the Goliath woman?
The Goliath woman, I believe,
Goliath
is
woman.
the chieftain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Keen Wolf. Sure. As you approach her, she is. I think she's sitting by the fire. Her long limbs are sort of up craning by her ears as her elbows are tucked in, as she's just sort of enjoying the fire. She is a very lanky Goliath. Also, she has those old creaky bones of hers. As she sort of looks over toward you and smiles.
Could you sorry to intrude. DM,
It's all right. Yes.
could you describe this room? I know that it's a ruin, right?
So now, I'm sorry. Where you have met her, she's in front of the fire during the. There's like a bonfire happening at the festival or at the celebration. She
Okay.
is sitting not in that room, but she is sitting over by that fire. Excuse me, I should
Okay.
explain that.
Are there
so
any
you're-
trees around?
Yeah, there are a couple.
Okay.
Usually
I-
gnarled, not. Yeah, there are a couple trees. Excuse me. Yeah.
Well, I go up to her and I say, well, the deed is done. The mountain basilisk is dead,
I've heard.
but your people are still the way they are. Some of them lost to you now. I was hoping if you could give me a chance, maybe, to see if I could do anything to help.
Yes, there's no reason not to try. And she creaks to a stand. As she does, she's, I think she's 12 feet high. As she starts to then make her way over toward 12 feet's huge. I think she was like 8. Anyway, they're massive. And she starts to then, with her hunched self, start to then crane over toward where this ruined hall that you all met once before. She parts the basilisk silks or the basilisk skin that was the tent. As she does, she sort of waves you inside with her long, lanky hands.
Okay.
Inside.
Okay, please don't overexert yourself, just in case.
Thank you, but I'm fine.
Okay.
She
All right.
cranes her head underneath and swims into the space, and then moves very slow, like a Jim Henson puppet, as she sort of just creeps her way through through this hall.
Okay.
There are several stone statues of people curled up in various positions with blankets over them.
Okay. I'm going to, first of all, get my equipment ready. I'm going to have my stand next to the tree. I'm going to reach into my pocket and get that iron spiral that I have, because I always have the right tool for the job. And I'm going to just shove it into the one of these trees. Maybe one that's perhaps an arm, maybe a leg thick.
Okay.
And just shove it into it and hopefully wait and see if it starts to drip sap. And if it's, like a nice clear, almost creamy sap, then I'm going to collect it in one of my large conical flasks. I'm going to look around for vegetation, and I have some that I had from before when I helped Mr. Tai before and other stuff before. So I have some stuff, and I start to work on it. I see Varsha with me, so I ask Varsha, could you, do you remember the breathing that I showed you before? Okay.
I nod.
Okay. All
How
right.
can I help?
So, I cast prestidigitation just to make a small flame underneath the flask. Using what I have done before. A small
Bunsen burner.
Catalyst to kind of just make a Bunsen effect. And I'm going to ask her to just reach out both your hands in front like so. And I do the same. And breathe in. Breathe. Remember with the potion I gave you before for flight. Remember where that was. I imagine it was somewhere here. And I start to, knock my chest. There, yes? Breathe as if you're breathing into there. Not into your chest or your lungs, but into there. And then close your eyes and breathe out towards this, towards the flask. If you could help me, please. And I do the same. I breathe in and breathe out. And as I do, I imagine almost visible to some, perhaps. I don't know how the Spellwind works necessarily. All I know is how I've been taught magic, or my own flavor of magic. So I'm going to do the same. And she's helped me before in the same way, and she has this ability in her. And so we're going to breathe towards this thing, trying to catalyze the reaction. The flame, I hope, will grow. The fluid inside, becomes more turbid. It starts to move around, like it's alive. The ingredients, the leaves inside, almost looking like leaves on a windy street or something, but inside this flask, as this thick sap starts to become more and more, less and less viscous, should we say? So I'm hoping that we've done that, DM, and then
Make me an Arcana.
Okay. All right, Arcana. Arcana. And hopefully Varsha is helping, so that's a 15. But because, I'm a, how do you say, actually, no, can I use Flash of Genius for this? Or is it only for
I think it's only for
ability checks?
saving throws.
It's not only for saving throws.
It's for...
But I'm not sure if it's for ability checks or not. It says here in the rules, Flash of Genius, that ability check or saving throw.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so
Wait,
I'll
so this
use
is
my...
a skill, though. This isn't
Oh, it's a
Right.
skill, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. I shall pocket that bullshit for later. And so 15. For the Arcana.
So you are, just so that I'm clear, you are making a lesser restoration potion.
It's a potion, yes, but it is a spell.
Okay, so I've fucking had this, and I don't use it unless my spells, unless they make sense in game. I have lesser restoration, so
Okay.
I'd like to cast it with him now to try to, I don't know,
This is what I thought
bolster
was
this
happening.
potion. Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh, I don't know what you want to do with that myth, but take
right.
it away. Yeah.
For flavor,
Narratively, I will say that
Yes.
this will be a greater restoration, but I'm not going to just let you always cast together
Yeah.
and have a greater restoration. But yeah, this is
Right.
but for the narrative right now, yeah, you can can be a more potent spell.
And
Okay.
yeah, okay. And then I'm just gonna say, Jet, you taught me this then as well, because I haven't cast this yet. So I learned this from you.
Okay. Don't scare me. And so I turned to the to the chieftain, and I guess I'm just going to pour it into a smaller vial, shake it, open it, and then the same way that you've seen me do things like firebolt and stuff before, you see this visible strand, almost of air, almost like a ribbon, like a dancing ribbon. I'm going to blow, and as I do, it's going to go towards the chieftain, this wolf lady. And I suppose you don't need any of this stuff, or maybe you do, Varsha. But
No,
I give her a flask, but I have a feeling that this is more
The
inherent in you.
as you blow toward Keen Wolf, she smiles as the breeze hits her face. You wait for a couple moments to see if there's any change, but there isn't.
Okay.
The effects didn't need to restore anything, is what you gather.
Right. I assume that the creakiness in her bones was because she
She's just
was semi-petrified.
Yep.
Okay. And I can't cure that, so I'm going to turn to one of these clothed people and do so there instead.
Mm-hmm. And you do. I think a couple of moments go by as you are able to apply this spell onto at least one of them. They do.
Okay.
One of them comes out of. It looks at you as if it's trying to. If it's surprised and startled as it comes out of its petrification.
Yes, everyone kind of
And it starts to then back up in sort of fright. But Keen Wolf comes over. Now, and she starts to then gesture toward you. And after a moment or two, the orc patient begins to then. There's a shift of their face. It goes from worry to like a more of a serious tone, and then more emotional as you start to see their brows soften and they look a little bit more grateful as they.
You know, son.
He wants to give you something.
That would not be necessary.
Oh, la shimarle komarkaka.
Yeah, he's wrong. Yeah, every.
He insists.
I turn to Varsha. Oh,
I
okay.
nodded at him. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
And he turns over and he tries to just feel around for anything to give you. He then takes off a necklace that he has and passes it over toward you. And there is a large basilisk tooth that is, you could tell because it looks like a rock or like a chunk of obsidian, but in this large tooth form. It is strapped around with some leather twine, and he gives that to you. And then he also passes you this like half moon hand axe that is finely polished.
yes, hurry back soon.
And
He's not going to go hunting anymore, he says.
Oh, okay. Well, how do I say thank you?
Grasselman.
Gracias, ne.
He's hiding.
as he sort of nods in appreciation at your attempt at saying thank you.
Okay. All right. And I retrieve the things, and I'm not necessarily sure, because I think maybe perhaps when we were here, I had the wrong end of the stick. I thought some were semi-petrified and then just weary?
There
Or
are.
They all
They
come.
were,
Oh.
but now they are stone.
Oh,
Oh,
Okay,
God.
how do you say well shit in Orcish?
Well, shit.
But your potion did work on him.
Okay. All right. Well, in that case, I don't know how often, how long, how much I'm going to be able to do that for. So I'm going to leave that here.
Just
Hopefully, your
leave
people
this
can do something with it.
potion here. Yeah.
If your shamans are capable.
Let's take this.
But
They create a shrine around the potion.
Around the potion.
right. But Miss Varsha and I, we have to go somewhere. So
Thank you very much.
Yeah, welcome. I wish I could do more.
You've done so much. Helped the people of Aftoki continue our trade and our lives.
Okay. I hope I didn't just.
She like reaches out for a large hug.
Oh, I kind of like duck away from that a little bit.
I duck
Jeez.
underneath and push Varsha in.
Oh, wow. You traitor.
I've learned some rogue moves from Mr. Tai.
These large, lanky limbs sort of grapple around you and hug you both. Stronger than you thought it would be. And then she breaks off and goes and starts to attend to some of these other sick and weary.
Okay. All right.
You hungry?
Yes, I could eat.
Yeah, me too. And plus, we have to plot our route, I think.
Okay. I hope we didn't just resurrect the town bully or something. Maybe, perhaps I should have asked before, Like, if he's
Is
a
this
dick,
guy
then it's
an
my
asshole?
fault. Yeah, right. Yeah, I should have.
I was actually wondering how you decided.
Well, that's my secret. I didn't. The wind
You
did it
just
for
did
me.
it?
I just blew in the general direction of them, and what happened, happened. Anyway,
Okay.
let's go and find something to eat. I'm starving.
Varsha, I think as
Yeah.
you're making your way toward the festival.
Downtown. Sorry.
Yeah, downtown, down Aftoki. As you're making your way downtown, Brother Sykes sort of tries to flag you down.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
I was wondering how you were doing since all of everything at the river. Not many
Yes.
could live past the haunts of an Oni.
So he is actually dead then?
I'm afraid so.
I'm weirdly, strangely calm.
That will happen with loss. There is a time and a belief of those who study the dark magics and necromancy who do not let the events that have happened affect them, because they themselves study their own way to keep that from happening. And there is a sense of calm for when one is able to let time play the way it's supposed to, and let the Paragon's path be.
Just to clarify,
Mm,
we don't know, DM, sorry, we
Mhm.
don't know too much about the Paragons, do we?
Nope.
Okay. Is that your belief system, Paragons?
well, yes. It's usually what begins to. Then, forgive me for even bringing them up, but usually it is what finds me in high water, or at least what puts me in danger. Those who cannot comprehend what it is they have to say or do.
You don't have to apologize. I did ask you.
Oh, thank you. Yes, yes. I believe the Paragons are something more than we have. Have you heard of the Sundering? You know of the Sundering of Hearth, yes?
Do I? I don't know if I had access to this information.
Yeah. I
I
think
feel like I was very limited in what I was allowed to learn.
make me a history with advantage.
Sure. Six.
You have not
No
heard
clue.
of the Sundering
Yeah.
before. You may have heard it, but you don't actually know what the
Yeah.
event is. But
I've heard it. I've heard it by name, but I don't know what it is.
The Sundering is back Geoloon,
and he references the moon above, which is probably now hanging towards its dusk. Anyway, so he references Geoloon.
when Geoloon arrived here at Hearth. You see, before then, the land of Hearth was ruled by dwarves and giants, and they would live in there was some sort of tension, and the lesser races, us, would do our best to survive in a realm ruled by them. But when Geoloon approached, a small light in the sky would then grow to be larger as the days passed, and as it became closer and closer, the tides would erupt and swell and drown much of Hearth and what we know of it. It wasn't until Geoloon crashed and sundered Hearth in two, is when we knew that we were all doomed. At least so the stories say. But for some power, some divine reason, Hearth was fused back together, always facing the sun. We always can look and thank Geoloon above for giving us what it is that we have, and that's life. But that is a lot of people's beliefs. My belief is there must have been something else. That is the Paragons that have saved Hearth back in those days, and that's the Sundering. And so, of course, if Toki here by in itself, this place, as he sort of taps around, I do know this place to be known as I've been tripping over various bits of rubble, and I do know that historically that this was a dwarven settlement from long ago. And also, our last location, Stormford, was as well.
And that is important. Why?
You asked about the Sundering.
Mm-hmm.
That was the
That's
Sundering.
it?
Yes. But my belief, being the Paragons, there is a belief that there are gods, yes?
The Paragons were dwarves?
No, never. You say never mind. This is, they could be, but no, they are far above that. Various gods and things could, of course, Cord the Skybreaker, of course, and then there was also Gaia. Gaia was the creator of time, and as time we know it, they were people like you and I who would then ascend into being god and god or goddess. But now there is something beyond that I know there to be. Chaos incarnate, which are the paragons, always at war. Must be careful of the paragons. Did I lose you? Am you still here, Varsha?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
just
yeah,
trying to
okay, yes.
follow.
Very well, sorry.
Don't apologize. I asked. It's just a lot to digest.
It is a lot, yes. But there are various scriptures at the academy if we are making our way there, yes?
We are, yes.
Good. Yes, well, if when we make our way there, I'm sure there is tons of scriptures for you to read and consume if that is what you, if is that what you want. It's harder for me to explain my knowledge and communicating that.
I'm curious, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd just like to know what everybody else thinks.
Mm-hmm. Very well. I am curious to know how you arrived back in town that night you knew about Tenno.
Are we alone?
Yeah, unless Jet is
Yeah.
nearby.
If Jet's nearby, I would still do it anyway.
Okay.
But if we're
No,
relatively alone, then
it's just you
I
three
think
or you two. Yeah.
I look
I
around
think
for a
it's just
second.
two.
Okay. I look around for a second, and then my eyes light up, and I tell him in great detail everything that happened, because I think he'll appreciate it and understand.
Okay.
And I tell him about the repeating dream and how I thought even the last thing was a dream, and then I tell him about how I did magic I've never done before, but because I thought it was a dream, and now I'm wondering if I can still do it, but of course I can, because it wasn't ever a dream, or at least the latter half wasn't. Yeah, so I tell him everything. Particularly about like flying up and looking at the view and seeing Jialoon and then the aurora and all of that, and then the Spellwind kind of interacting with me and how it made me feel, and of course before the dread kicks in that Tenno's in danger, but that kind of weird newborn curiosity almost in a way of interacting with the Spellwind. Yeah.
This is all very...
And like he nods along with you. He's excited as you are. He could hear it in your voice.
And this is all very good. Yes, it seems to me as if the Spellwind itself, it wove a story in front of you when you were in the clouds?
Yeah. It's like, it felt like it was trying to talk to me.
Or test you? Have you thought of that?
No, I hadn't.
Very exciting, but also very dangerous. Be very careful.
Test me how? How? Does that imply that it's a paragon, I guess, that can think
I
and
never
communicate?
thought of it like that. I always thought... It is told that though Spellwind itself, the arcane wind, is made up of the residual dust and residue from Jialoon during the Sundering, and the divine magic that has wove it and fused it back together. But I had not thought of it being something more than just that. That is interesting. But be careful. The garden, the goddesses, and the gods as they are, could be very dangerous. They are fueled by competition and ego in a world full of chaos. They are the ones who strive for order, but the paragons live with the blood, the typhoon, chaos incarnate. Treaties, betrayals, allies, enemies. They all are. There is one or two who may befriend you or call trust upon you and give you their favor, but it's dangerous. You see, I know them to be true, but I'm not sure if it is anything I could. I worry. For my own sake, my own sanity. Because there are times I feel like I know too much.
What would they be testing me for?
If it is a paragon, or at least some sort of sign or symbol, then there is a good chance that it could be a paragon trying to rear up the next hero who could call themselves a god, or in your case, goddess. Be careful.
I will. Thanks.
Very well, let's go get some food then, huh?
And he starts to just sort of wander in the direction of the fire and where the crowd is, leaving you alone.
That immediately made me think of the God King and how he calls himself a god, and it gave me chills, goosebumps. But I don't feel anything bad when I interact with the Spellwind so far. So I don't think I think I briefly reach out for it. Not physically,
Okay.
but I try to see if it's there. And then I go join everyone for dinner.
It is.
Oh.
You know it is.
Okay. Well, maybe it can help me take down a God King.
And the camera sort of pans out into a long shot as we see, I think, Eftoki from above. There is a roaring bonfire in the distance, just a couple of, maybe like a couple 100 feet away from where you are. But between there, the bonfire and you is rubble of different houses. I think you also see Jet sort of waiting nearby politely, like waiting for you to catch up with Jet so you can make your way towards the bonfire.
Can we go?
But just for a moment, we hear that as the camera keeps zooming out, and we start to see Eftoki from above, and then we see the coastline, and then we start to see, as it keeps going and goes a little faster and faster, and then we start to see all of Hearth itself. That is where we're going to call episode 29.
What?
Right? Is that where we are?
No idea.
Really?
Good luck.
I think so.
Good luck. It
I
could be
think it is.
29. It could even possibly be 28. I really just don't know.
Who
man.
knows
It's-
anymore?
There's chaos
29.
in here. You just said it.
If only it was me.
If only there
said
was
it,
some way
dude.
to check.
If only there
only.
was some way. If only there was
There's
one
not.
way to do such. Hey, thanks everybody for being here. Thanks for hanging out. This was Spellwind episode 29. And yeah, that was a lot of fun. We're gonna go around and just sort of decompress and shout.
How dare
a
you
shout
give
out
me
some
the
stuff.
ribbon?
Yeah,
Final
go,
Fantasy VII. You've
go fuck
wounded me.
yourself.
Huh?
Yep.
I literally cannot even see the collection to find out whether this is episode 29 or not.
I think it is
No one
29,
knows,
isn't it?
man.
No one knows. No one will ever know.
There's no way to know.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I had to give you the ribbon, dude.
It hurt me.
I mean, I also did what I
It was
do to you in
awesome.
real life. And grounded you by being like, don't be so egotistical to think that you killed him.
It was good. It was good.
It was awesome.
Okay.
It was awesome. We're gonna go around. Let's start with Brad today.
Hello! I haven't spoken for a little while, so my dog was like, what do you want?
just
I'm
sits
not
there.
talking to you, I'm talking to him. Very fun. I got to do a lot of damage.
So much damage.
Which is
Mike's kills
enjoyable. Pasted
Emotional
Yeah,
damage.
Emotional
that
damage.
was so nuts.
and hit points. Yeah, it's cool. I actually really enjoy the fact that like Ty's pretty strong on his own, but like
oh my god, I love him.
the getting so old now, dude. Look at the
I know,
state
but
of
look
that.
at his eyeballs. Look at the way he looks at you. He's just like,
I know his
so
eyes are so
content.
expressive. It's so weird. What's this, bro? Look, watch. Look at this thing. Yes.
he's like, what the fuck is
He's like,
there with
what?
you? I'm like chilling.
There's a
He just
film
sees
crew
like
in
demons
here.
floating around.
Oh yeah, he sees
That's what he's
something.
staring at.
But yeah, it was fun to the what I enjoyed about that combat and the fact that I did a bunch of damage and survived a bunch was because of
Yeah.
Varsha and Jet.
Yeah.
Which was kind of like the whole thing, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
teamwork.
Which was which was kind of interesting, and I love that kind of stuff because it's all fucking RNG, right? Like who
Yeah.
knows? Very enjoyable. And that's it, man. I'm playing Legend of Zelda on my channel and Wild RP. That's it, dude. We're 11 minutes late to a meeting, so that'll do it
Yeah.
for me.
Oh,
Thank you
sorry,
so
everybody.
much for tuning in.
My bad. All right, Meyer, you're next.
Hello, my name is Meyer. I played Jet today. And yeah, today was really cool. It was awesome actually being able to use Jet's support kind of stuff in the way that he was able to today. Because I think it really did help, you know, being able to make Varsha fly so she could reach its target.
Dude,
Um,
so good.
That was awesome.
Yeah. I
'Cause
was
the
like,
moment
oh,
that happened, I went, I'm useless because she can't. I mean, she can do some spells, but a lot of her stuff is physical attacks. So yeah, it made a difference.
I was kicking myself. I was like, I wish I could have just, you know, made more of these flight potions so Smith could be up there and so could Ty. But like, it all worked out. I realized halfway through that, I could have, you know, made Violet also help, and then
Right.
that help gave you that crit, or at least like it negated the, you know, the
Yeah.
disadvantage. So yeah, I was really feeling my support self there.
Could
That was
you
really
have
cool.
given everybody flight now that we're doing spell points?
Yes. I mean, like, I could have beforehand anyway, because like, well,
You
when
have
I'm
to
making
cast
those
it at a higher level.
Oh, that's what you're doing.
So no, like so experimental elixir, you can make 2 potions, right?
Right.
You roll 2d6s, but you can expend first level spell points in order to choose, and then you can expend further first level spell
so
points
it's
to
a
then make
potion
more.
that did that, not the
Got
spell.
it, got it.
No.
Gotcha.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. So I could have. It would have tanked me, I think, but I still had like maybe 6 or 7 spell points I could have used anyway. So I could have done it. You know, it's something to think about for the future, but it will limit what I can do, you know, like with things like Fairy Fire and then enhanced ability and stuff like that as well. But it was really cool. Yeah, I really felt like I was doing something and I was useful. So Jet's happy to be useful, so that's cool. But yeah, you can find me at twitch.tv/Meyer, where I've been doing a whole bunch of RP stuff lately. We just finished our Halo-thon. We finished Halo Reach. So now I'm thinking of other things to do. I guess I'll play Elden Ring now. You idiots. And what else should I do? I don't know. But I'm doing a whole bunch of RP stuff. So Red Dead RP on the Wild RP server I've been doing. But yeah, I'm just because we finished Halo now, I have to sit down and think what I want to do. I've also been doing a bunch of shoutcasting stuff for Cooler Master recently as well. So it's been really cool. So yeah, that's me.
Hell yeah. Thank you so much, Meyer.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, of course. Whack.
Hey everybody, I'm Wax Steven. I played Smith for you today. Thank you so much for joining us. As always, we appreciate you, chat. Thank you so much for being here. Well done, Myth, again, and great job, everybody else. It was I kind of expected that to be real. And I'm glad that it was.
Yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing like admitting your crippling self-hatred in front of your best
Kept
friend.
doing last episode. I was like,
You're not
"Ooh,
real,
this is
right?"
exciting." Yeah.
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 You can tell us
real.
anything because we're not real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It was really
Wish
good.
I was as confident as you. You are the only one that deserves to live among the group of us. And
Right.
yeah, we match with our self-hatred. Yo. What? Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was really good. It was really good. The combat was really great in the way that you layered it. And it was just good. It was just a good job. I'm completely brain dead. So
I think we're all pretty
if
tired.
you want to check out the stuff
Yeah.
that I do, you can come check out Rime of the Frost Maiden on Friday. Which, if you watched the last episode, shit might have hit the fan. So, you might. Myth is trying to remember what happened last episode right now. That was, it
figure
got
it.
real cold, Myth. Remember?
Yeah. Yes. I remember.
There you go. There you go.
I remember, and I'm gonna go rewatch
He
the
lied.
entire series as
Yeah.
everyone should.
That's on Fridays. And I've been designing my own TTRPG. If you want to check that out, that's Wednesdays on my channel at 1 p.m. Eastern. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. If you want to support this show, make sure you check out patreon.com/Spellwind. Please go check that out, please. Go support Myth. He's a wonderful GM and a wonderful role player and a great guy. Please go help support him. Thank you.
Thanks, Rack. PB.
Hi, I'm Pumpkinberry. You can find me at Twitch and Twitter at Pumpkinberry. I do a lot of role play as well. Title Blades finale is this Saturday. I'm also doing a
It's so
perma of
good.
my first character in Wild, which is happening on
What?
Sunday, which is
What?
very exciting.
What?
It's a soft perma.
It's a soft perma. Did you not know? Did I
What?
just spoil you?
I just met him.
Yeah, I did. I'm so sorry. So yeah, that's exciting. So it's
Did you
a
say
week of
Saturday?
Saturday is Title Blades. Sunday
Oh,
is
okay,
the
good.
soft perma.
I'll be in my trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
I gotta go process.
But I am playing a really exciting game. It's called Judgment, and it makes me rage out. And
I'm
it's
judging
a,
right now.
It's a beat 'em up. It's really good. I'm basically trying to solve a murder while also, when people pick on me, I get to fight them and not feel guilty about it. It's great. That's it. That's me. Thank you. Bye.
Hell yeah. Thank you, PB. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for playing today. Today was awesome. I know that we were all pretty tired and drained, and it was just really great to just sit down and have fun and roll dice with all of you. So thank you. And thank you, everybody, for sticking around and watching us as we did the same for you. So that was a lot of fun. I'm Mythomatic, or Cord. You can find me on twitter.com/Mythomatic. When I'm up to stuff, you could see on there when I'm doing stuff. Yeah, today was really awesome. What? Don't give me that look. And I had something really important to say, but I don't remember what it was. So that's fine. But thanks, everybody. Brad already left. You could tell because he's He's already gone. All right. Well, anyway, this is great. Thank you, everybody. You're all wonderful. And I'll see you all next week for more Spellwind. Oh, right. It was because of all the lore. I was doing a lore drop or something. I was going to say some more stuff. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Bye, everybody. Thank you. And I'll see you for Rhyme on Friday. Okay, bye. Everybody left. Okay, everybody's left. It's just me here. Okay. Okay. All right. Bye, everyone.